My makeup does not move, no transfer whatsoever. Today we are going to be talking about how to prevent your makeup from transferring. If you ever suffered with makeup transfer, more like you realize that after a while of wearing makeup, you begin to stain your colors or you begin to stain other people when you hug them. This is not a pleasant situation. So I'm going to be showing you today how you are going to create that makeup look that does not transfer. The first thing you need to note is that your face needs a very good primer. If by now you do not have a good primer, let this be a sign to go get one good primer for yourself. For this, I'm going to be using mostly drugstore products, at least 90% drugstore products. So you know that it's not about the amount you spend on the product, it's about making sure that whatever product you get is the right one for your skin type and also gets the job done. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer for this purpose. I like this primer because it has a gripping effect. As you can see, it has this sticky effect that basically helps to grip the makeup onto your skin for many hours. Apply this product religiously all over your face before your foundation. This primer gets the job done all the time and it's budget friendly. After my primer, one secret sauce is that I always set my face using a setting powder. And for this, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. This primer gets the job done all the time. If you are on a budget, this is one that you definitely need to try. I'm going to be using a powder puff and I'm going to just take a little quantity of this product to set my entire primer. Once you set your primer, your face at this point is already looking matte. So you want to make sure that you set the entire primer. What setting with the primer does is that it reduces the excess shine that sometimes your primer leaves your face with. So once you reduce the excess shine with your setting powder, your face is ready to receive your foundation. One of the things you need to look out for when you're trying to achieve a transfer-proof makeup is that the foundation you're using is one that is either long wear or waterproof or oil-free if your skin is in the category that does not need oil. Now, the thing is that most of the foundations may promise you something and may not deliver on it, but it's at least safer to look out for these things while you are shopping for your foundation going forward. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I like this formula so much because it's not too thick and at the same time it's not exactly too watery, so it's in between and it creates that coverage that does not feel heavy and at the same time does not feel too light. It kind of like has a perfect balance for most skin types. Another thing you need to note is that the beauty sponge you're using to blend your foundation has to be in the right condition. What I mean by that is that it shouldn't be too wet and at the same time shouldn't be too dry. So what I do when I allow water to run on my beauty sponge, I use a paper towel like this and I squeeze out the excess water, and that leaves me with the right beauty sponge to blend my foundation. Because if you're using the wrong texture of your beauty sponge, it will make your foundation to shift and also introduces more water onto the foundation blending, and that could affect the longevity of your makeup. To apply the foundation, I prefer to first of all place with a brush and then spread with the beauty blender and do the final blending with it. So you want to make sure that you place the foundation first onto your skin with the brush, and then you can go ahead to blend it out with your beauty sponge. And it's very important that the quantity of the products you're wearing at this point plays a very big role in the outcome you're going to get. So make sure that you are not putting too much product, because too much product does not do anything for you. So just use enough product to cover the face the way you would like based on the kind of coverage you're trying to achieve, and then blend it out with your beauty sponge. The first look you're going to give your makeup is to use a setting spray, just a little quantity of the setting spray onto the beauty sponge. And then we're going to use that to blend our foundation in. You can clearly see that my skin is looking good with that blend. And once you're done with that, you want to go ahead to use your concealer. I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer a bit. And now a little quantity around the outer corners. Once you're done with applying your liquid products, you want to go ahead to spray the face with a setting spray. Do not spray the face at this point with a fixing spray, because a fixing spray is ideally meant to come at the end of your makeup, not while the makeup process is still ongoing. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray, and then I'm going to use it to. So use puff to just blend out your under eye with your pressed powder. So blend it out. I normally like to use my puff to place the powder all over my entire face, because it has a way of pressing everything into your skin without it leaving dust and particles all over the entire surface. Once you're done with that, go ahead with a setting spray. You don't want to use a fixing spray at this point. A setting spray first, and soak your face with that setting spray. Once that has sat into the skin, you're sure it's well dried, I'm going to be using the Kryolan fixing spray to complete everything and lock everything in. Make sure you do not use a fixing spray in the middle of your makeup. The fixing spray only comes at the end when you're sure everything has been completed. This makeup is not going anywhere at least for a couple of hours. So if you have been doing it wrong, make sure that this video is your guide going forward, and you would definitely see a difference in the longevity of your makeup. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to hit the like button, because that tells YouTube that it's valuable and pushes it out to more people who need information like this. And also do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll see you guys next week in my next tutorial. Bye.